Welcome to another training video from XMPRO. In this video, we will look at Textbox Control and how to use it in App Designer. You use the Textbox Control when you intend to capture some input from the user. It is slightly different than a basic text control. Text only displays a static value and does not allow a user to capture or input any text inside it. Whereas the text box, if you drag it across, will provide a user a placeholder where they can come in and type a value in. In order to configure the text box, we can go to its block properties. Starting with the appearance, we have a standard visible and a styling mode option. Visible specifies if the control should be visible or not. Styling mode just changes the style in which it is displayed. Placeholder suggests what value it should display or background text it should display if there is no value attached. Something like that. Tooltip basically lets you specify a bit of text which will be displayed when a user hovers over the control. And a clear button simply adds a button at the end which is used to clear the value that is being displayed inside the control. In behavior, we have certain modes where you can select between text, password, email, etc. Each one of them will change the behavior of the control slightly. For example, a search would add a bit of an icon. Making it password will not let what you type in be visible on the screen. And similarly, there are a few more options. You also have an option to specify max length. If you specify a character limit, then a user will not be able to type more than that amount of characters in the box. Read only will make the control read only and user will not be able to type in. Disable will also make the control disabled and user will not be able to interact with it. Spellcheck simply disables or enables browser spell check in that control. Lastly, we have a mask option where you can define what sort of mask you allow for user to be able to input data. For example, if I just want to allow 2-digit number, I would type in that. The mask character is the character which will be displayed instead of the value. And lastly, there is a message which will be displayed if your value does not satisfy the mask that was specified. More details around the mask can be found in the help documentation, so we won't go into much detail around that. Next, we have a value option where one can specify what value certain controls should have. So you can see I have specified a static value. Now if I save it and launch the app, you will see I have 3 controls. The first one was search control, so there is a search icon next to it and also has the clear button which if I click clears the value and displays the placeholder that we specified to be displayed if there is no value. Second one captures a password. And the last one does not capture any character except digits, which I can specify like that due to the mask. Now if we go back, we can also assign a dynamic value to our boxes, our text boxes. If you drag a text box into a container which has a data source attached, for example a data repeater, or any other control which allows a data source, like I have one over here which has a data source attached. If I drag a text box into that, you will notice that in value I am able to specify a dynamic value. So what that will do is on runtime it will not take a static value, but it will take the value which is bound to that container. So that's how you use a text box control in App Designer. Thank you so much for watching.